What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Caseyville, King Self for Life Wrestling Takes. Now, let me tell y'all something. I told y'all, look, if Dynamite's gonna be middle to the road every week, ain't no point in me being live to watch the stuff. I'm not finna sit up here, put down a full production where I got my intro, and I ain't doing all that, man. Because Tony Khan doesn't give a crap, ladies and gentlemen. You see, this circus clown so caught up on Collision that he's not caring about Dynamite anymore. Dynamite is dang near turned into just a little tad bit better than Rampage. I'm serious. That's what's happening to Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. It's becoming just a tad bit better than Rampage, because this circus clown Tony Khan has absolutely no idea. And to be honest with you, I'm starting to think the fool does not give a crap, because he know that Warner Discovery, or whatever you want to call them, they gonna eat this stuff up because they keep asking for more content. But I'm like, bro, you can have all the content in the world. You can have all the garbage wrestling matches in the world. But let me tell you something. It don't mean a goddamn thing if there's absolutely no story build up or nothing. Man, and again, this circus clown, what does he keep doing? He keeps opening up his shows with this circus clown OC. Tony, please, man. For the love of Jesus, bro, quit opening your show with OC every freaking week. Every week, the clown opens up the show with OC every week, man. Every freaking week. What a waste of time and space, man. Listen, how many times I gotta tell every single one of y'all? For the people who gonna sit up and say, oh man, you just man Swerve lost. Ain't got nothing to do with Swerve losing, man. It's just the fact that the man was on first again. OC is great. Tony, we know. Listen, for the idiots that think OC is not a good wrestler, screw them. That's just on them. They on bull jive. Let them stay on bull jive. That's where they move. They move on bull jive. Don't pay no attention to those clowns. But for the rest of us who've been knowing about OC for a long time now, we know Pockets is a great wrestler. We know this. You do not have to constantly keep opening up your freaking show every freaking week. Every week. OC. Oh, it's like, Joe, I feel like we're watching the same episode. It's the same freaking episode. Like, what the heck are we watching, bro? Real talk, what the heck are we watching? It's the same old, over and over. And Tony Khan think this is excellent. This fool sitting in the back, he be sitting in gorilla laughing it up, thinking this stuff is cool. This is the same foolish I talk about with the BCC, bleeding every freaking week. For you Moxie heads out here that be thinking, I be hating on Moxie, ain't got nothing to do with no hate. I'm talking about the fact that they be bleeding every single week. It's the same crap with OC. You keep pushing OC every week, over. And I'm like, bro, we know Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler. We know. It's time for this fool to go sit down somewhere. You don't have to open up your freaking show week in, week out with the same clown every week. Man, the freaking promo between Adam Cole and MJF should have opened the show. That was excellent. That promo was great. You kicked the show off with your main champion, cutting the promo about what he plans on doing. Why nobody in that locker room can touch him. That's how you want us to care about MJF, right? This is what you do. Quit trying to force OC down everybody's throat, Tony Khan. Keep forcing this clown down everybody's throat, and then everybody know. Look, guess what? Guess what's gonna happen? Everybody gonna turn on OC, and then guess what? He gonna come out there, he gonna be getting booed every week, and you'll be pushing him like a freaking baby face, like a dummy. Cause you don't know what the clown you doing. Man, shout out to my main man, King Mike, who be spitting facts week in, week out. Listen, you're not gonna hear this from listen, these AEW hardcore fans are gonna sit up here and say that this was great. No, it's not. It's not great. This is stupid. It's idiotic. It's stupid, man. Week in, week out, same crap, over and over. And I'm like, bro, do something different, Tony. Do something different. No, he got to force OC down everybody's throat. Man, I saw that foolish. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm telling you, when I be doing my stuff, I'll be out here. I don't be at home watching live. Now, yeah, in 2 weeks, I am going to Dynamite, so I will be at the show. But if this clown open up with if he open up with this man, if we are allowed to videotape in the Winchester Arena, I might put a reaction video out there of myself looking at this foolishness like, here we go again, opening up the show with OC. Like a straight clown. A clown, man. Tony is a freaking clown. A clown. I don't want to hear no AEW hardcore fan come in here and tell me I'm hating or I'm switching up. Ain't got nothing to do with no freaking switching up. Because I get started, don't even get me started with Triple H and Vince and them. Don't even get me started on them. This ain't got nothing to do with them. This is about Anthony Khan and his trash booking. He has absolutely no idea what he's doing. Get some freaking help, fool! Get some help. Doing the same trash week in, week out is not the freaking answer. Clown always doing the stupid stuff. Every week. You ain't got to open the freaking show with OC. He every week. Every week, man. OC, I like, though, we know OC's great. He's excellent. But you do something different, man. Right off the jump, we got OC versus Swerve for the AEW International Championship. And Swerve was on Twitter hyping up that he was going to win. That was the dead giveaway that you knew dang well Swerve wouldn't win it. You already knew. And you know what, man? I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm at this point right now when it's concerned our talent. I don't know. I'm serious. I'm very serious when I'm saying this. Tony Khan has absolutely no idea how to book the black talent in AEW. I'm calling it what it is. He on that same playing field as Triple H. I don't give a care. Fools can sit up here and tell me I'm race baiting all they want. I don't give a crap. Tony Khan can't book us to save his life. He can't. You put together Swerve and Mogul affiliates and all this foolishness, right? And you want us to take this group serious. We're not taking this group serious if all they do is lose week in and week out. I can't take these clowns serious. I just can't. Now, listen, Swerve and OC put on a banger. That was a great match. But it's the same trash week in and week out. We know cats are going to put on a good match. We know this. You ain't got to open up the freaking show every week. And then everybody already knew what was to come. Everybody knew what was to come, man. Everybody knew what was to come. Swerve kicking out left and right. OC looking like he finna lose. Got Prince Nana trying to do some foolishness out there. I mean, man. And it as beat down as this clown is, he needs a freaking break. As beat up as this circus clown Orange Cassidy is, he needs a freaking break. His tail needs a break. Tony Khan said, no, we're going to have more OC because OC is the way. No, that's the dumb way. It's stupid. Very stupid. Man, Swerve loses. And so it's going to turn into, next week going to be a tag team match. It's going to be OC, Keith Lee, and two others versus Prince Nana's boys. Why? Why should we care? Why should we care? I don't care. Because it's like, what's the point? Swerve, and first of all, to be honest with you, I actually wouldn't have had a problem with Swerve losing if Keith Lee was the reason why he lost. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's gonna be the Lucha Bros, Bandino, and I don't know. Listen, man. It just shows you how much I don't really give a crap no more. I don't care. I honestly don't give a crap. But listen, I can say Tony Khan, man. He just can't book to save his life. He can't. Listen. I've tried. I've given him props when he's done a good job, but as of late, this circus clown just doing anything, man. He's doing anything, and it's so stupid. It is so freaking stupid how he books, man. It makes no sense. So then right after that, I mean, you would think we would have got some promo or something. Nope. We got Bryan Danielson coming out. So obviously, you know, they're getting ready for a trios match. We got the BCC taking on the Best Friends and Rocky Moreno. I ain't seen him in a while. But I mean, how many times we gonna see this matchup? This is like the 18th time I've seen this matchup. I mean, the best part about this whole thing was Bryan Danielson on commentary talking about what he plans to do to Okada at Forbidden Door 2. That's all I really cared about. I didn't really care about nothing about this matchup because obviously, you know, the BCC got to look strong. Obviously, I wouldn't have done this. I would have probably had them just beat the brakes off of them in the back or something. I mean, like I said, Tony can't help himself. All this fool think about is just booking matches. He's not concerned about trying to set up a storyline to get people interested. He ain't. This circus clown does not give a crap. He doesn't. And see, you're not going to hear this from the Shields, because see, the Shields, they're gonna shield out. They're gonna say, "Oh, Dynamite was fantastic." No, it wasn't. It was the middle to the road, mediocre, decent at best. We had good wrestling on the show, but I don't just want good wrestling. I just don't. I really don't. So the BCC beat the snot out of them. I mean, obviously, you know that was what happened. So right after the matchup, you got the Young Bucks and Hangman in the back talking about, hey, good match, even though we didn't see it. I'm like, hey, man, you just saw the match. Talk about great match, but we didn't see it. We heard about it. Anyway, we want Mox, Yuta, and Claudio. Brian, you stay on commentary, and we don't need Takeshi coming out of nowhere. Just us three versus you three next week. What do you say? And then Brian on commentary say, we never run from a challenge. Challenge accepted. So we getting them running the back again. What the clown gonna happen? Obviously the BCC gonna win again. It is what it is on that. Now, the best part of the whole freaking show. MJF addresses the crowd. Listen, Tony, you do your freaking show so freaking backwards. Open the show with MJF. You open the freaking show with MJF. Open the freaking show with MJF. It's not that difficult. Man. He came out there and and the crowd just booed the mess out of him. He said, I'm talking here. I mean, listen, MJF's a clown. He's a clown through and through. And he pretty much eradicated everybody in the back and said, ain't nobody on my level. Nobody. Ain't nobody on my freaking level. He just going in, going off. He talked about how, what did I do? I gave you the best matchup, all three matchups. He said, the dog collar match. Excellent. I gave you the Iron Man match, excellent. I gave you the excellent Fatal 4. The man is on point. Best thing going right now for that company right now. The boy is the best thing going for that company. It's a shame that Tony Khan is so freaking backwards with everything. It does not make no type of sense. It doesn't. Don't make no sense, man, whatsoever. But you're not going to hear this on these Shields pages and these big name clowns that's going to sit up and chill out for this garbage company, because I'm not chilling for this company. You're not gonna catch me. Listen, I tell y'all every day, I am an AEW head through and through, but I'm not finna shield for this garbage company when they keep putting trash out. So as he's rambling and going off, Adam Cole comes out of nowhere, and so MJF basically destroys that man. He acknowledged and says that he was the man while he was in the Indies. He said, you know, outside of CM Punk after he left me, he said, I actually was a fan of yours. I watched you in the Indies. You did your thing in CCW. You did your thing in Ring of Honor. Then you went over out there in Florida and became the guy. But then after a while, you turned into this guy who just want to play video games all day. Like, what the heck happened? So he went off, and then he mentioned Britt. He talked all this stuff, and then Adam Cole got an opportunity to speak in. My goodness. Adam Cole hung in with that man like it. Listen. Best back and forth I've seen in a long time. This was excellent. I say, how the heck we did not open the freaking show with this? This just, it baffles me how Tony Khan does this idiotic stuff. But he gonna say, well, you clowns want me to be like the E. Ain't nobody want you to be like the E. We just want you to start off with a freaking promo for a change, instead of opening the show with a garbage OC every week. Man, Adam Cole basically baited him into getting a match with him. And so Next week we're getting an eliminator match. Obviously, I guess now here this is my deal. This is what I don't like. I don't like cats who's potentially gonna wrestle them for the championship and wrestle them before. I don't like that, because WWE does that foolishness. They do that crap all the time too. It's a pet peeve of mine. I would prefer cats just cut promos on each other and then you set up the match and then we go from there, instead of giving us the match ahead of time, and then when the actual match for the title happens, you're gonna be like, well, I kind of seen it already. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's Tony Khan booking 101. He don't know what the clown he's doing. He doesn't. So he baited that man into getting a match with him. They're gonna have a match next week. Great, fine. So after that, I think we got a video package of Ricky Starks and Jay White about their main event that was coming up, and that was pretty dope. It was good. It was pretty dope. Then we got a retarded segment. This segment was stupid. This segment was idiotic. We got Matt Hardy, Jeff, and Isaiah Cassidy in the back introducing their newest member. All Ego Page. Ego Page looks like a dang slave. And I'm here to say it right now, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes between both members of the North, my man Josh out there in Impact, running circles around that man. All Ego Page ain't really done nothing. He ain't done squat. Now he a slave to Matt Hardy now. And that segment was stupid. Then you had Isaiah gonna walk up to him and say, it was stupid. I get it, you trying to get your comedy on, but it was just straight stupid. So then after that, I believe we got the tornado tag match. Preston Vance and Drilistico versus Hook and Jungle Boy. Now, there's been a lot of people have been speculating Hook is going to turn. I mean, not Hook. Jungle Boy is going to turn. I think what they could have done, they could have actually, after they won, because they beat the snot out. I mean, you had cats bleeding like crazy all over the place. After you done the match, that probably could have been a perfect time for Jungle Boy to go off on Hook and get everybody upset, because Taz is on commentary. I mean, you got the story sitting right in front of your face. But remember, Tony Khan doesn't know what he's doing, ladies and gentlemen. He just doesn't. He doesn't know what the clown is doing. So then after that, I believe that's when Tony Khan got on the mic and talked about what's the main event for Collision, the debut. It's going to be Jay White, Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and Samoa Joe taking on FTR and CM Punk. Hey, it is what it is on that. Obviously, you know, CM Punk he's not allowed to get one-on-ones right now. He's not. He's just coming back from that injury, so he ain't allowed. So actually, I don't mind that main event. So then we got the women's, if I'm not mistaken. I believe we got Anna Jay versus Miss Chris Statlander for the TBS Championship. Now, there's been fools that's been telling me about Jade all day. Green is grass, green is grass. I hear this all day. Jade is green as grass, green as grass. Ladies and gentlemen, I watched this matchup with Anna Jay and Chris, and I was like very unimpressed. I was like, and don't get me wrong, you know I love Chris and I love Anna Jay. So for the fools gonna sit up here and tell me that I'm hating or ain't got nothing to do with no hate. Anna Jay, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know if Chris really was just trying to walk with. I don't know, because I watched this back and I said, I don't know. And I said, this is the beginning of Chris's reign, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beginning of Chris's reign. I said, I don't know. Chris beats her, and you seen Taya Valkyrie watching in the back as if she gonna do something, but you know dang well she ain't doing nothing. It is what it is on that. So then we got a video package of what is to come on Rampage when it's concerning the main title picture. We're going to get ourselves a fatal four-way to determine who will get a shot at Tony Storm's AEW World Championship next week on Dynamite. The fatal four-way consists of the following women: Mrs. DMD, Britt Baker, versus Sky Blue, versus Nyla Rose, versus Mercedes Martinez. Now, let's call it for what it is. The only girl I like in that matchup, Sky Blue. But we know if Sky wins, you know dang well she not beating Tony. So then, speaking of Tony, no Saraya. Tony and Ruby addressed what's to come. They said, it doesn't matter who wins because whoever wins is going to lose to me. That's basically what the promo was. It was like 1, 2, 3. They said what they had to say. I'm like, it is what it is when it's concerned. Like I said, Tony Khan, he got to put forth a better effort. Like, and again, you got to ask yourself, they still missing a whole lot of the heavyweights that can actually hang in there, like Serena Deeb, like a Layla Hirsch. You know, they missing the cats that can, that can go. You know what I mean? It is what it is on that. I'm trying to say anything else I need to speak. Oh, Christian Cage. So Christian Cage, Alex Marvez was knocking on the door on Christian Cage's door because he heard somebody in the room screaming. So as he's knocking on the door, he opens it up. Christian walks out and he says, you know what? Arn Anderson and Wardlow screwed me out of that TNT championship at Double or Nothing. So since I can't get my championship, I can't get any rematch clause or whatever, I'm going to take what's precious to you, Arn. That's right. We got your son. And basically in the back, Luchasaurus and him beat the brakes off of Brock. I mean, they beat him down. They tore his behind up. They tore his tail up. He looked unrecognizable. So here's the deal. The beatdown makes sense, but it's unfortunate because Christian isn't the TBS champion. But the beatdown made sense because it's a retaliation. You screwed me, Arn? Well, I got your precious prized possession. Your son, Brock Anderson. Now here's the deal. Brock Anderson should have been built up. He should have been a credible foe. But because he's not a credible foe, a lot of people really don't give a crap about this. And guess whose fault that is? Once again, Tony Khan. That's whose fault it is. Look no further than that circus clown, Tony Khan. Because again, he's not consistent. Tony Khan is not consistent, ladies and gentlemen. He ain't. He's not consistent. We get my main man, Takeshita. Konosuke Takeshita. Beating the bricks off some jobber that I thought was Sean Spears. He had the beard like him. He had the mohawk like him. And Takeshita murdered this guy. Now, when they came out to no music. The crowd in Denver was hot. They booed the bricks off that man. They booed him. They booed him. They booed him. And he murdered that clown some more. Beat the bricks off of him. Match over. 1, 2, 3. Then, Don the Clown, Don Callis, gets on the mic, and just like how it is over in WWE land with Dominic Mysterio, they booed the mess out of him. He said, I will be heard. I will be heard. Listen, Kenny, everything that's happened to you and the Elite is your fault. You have no success without me. I'm the reason why you win. Everything that you're experiencing right now is because of you. And right here, this young man, Takeshita, is going to be everything that you weren't. And then Konosuke got on the mic and started talking in Japanese and said some foolishness about what he planned on doing to Kenny Omega. I thought it was great. Excellent. Boom. Move on. And ladies and gentlemen, if I'm not mistaken, I think I went over the whole show. Before I get into the main event, I think everything I needed to say, I talked about the foolishness that happened at the beginning. So now let's get ready. The main event, Ricky Starks, Jay White. Excellent main event. I mean, listen, chemistry out of this world. Jay White's a great wrestler. Ricky Starks a great wrestler. They told an epic story. It's the guy who seems to keep getting looked over. He feels that everybody running around here calling everybody else a freaking pillar when he been working his tail off. Him and Jay White, they getting out there. They doing all kind of stuff. Now, let's call it for what it is, man. Ricky Starks had the upper hand. Ricky Starks had the upper hand until the very end of the match. Now, Paul just straight up jumped into Jay White's leg. Ricky was trying to do some move or something, and the way how he did the move, you seen Paul literally jump into Jay White's leg because he really didn't even turn him all the way. He jumped into it just to get knocked out. So he got laid out, so you knew some shenanigans was about to happen. So after the shenanigans happened, guess who came out of nowhere? The Gun Boys. The A-Boys came out of nowhere and basically laid that man out. And then Alice Marvez wake up. Alice Marvez. Paul wakes up. Jay White does the switchblade. Match over. 1, 2, 3. And Ricky Starks gets screwed again. Then you see Juice Rock Hard Robinson come running out there laughing it up. And that's how Dynamite goes over. So, like I say, the show, here's the deal. Tony Khan, he keeps constantly trying to get away with putting on middle to the road, decent episodes. Bro, it's not cooking. It ain't hitting. It's not. You do. Quit listening to these shills that's gonna hop in your mentions and tell you that what you put on was a great show. No. Nah. No, sir. Listen, you need somebody like me that's gonna tell you the bold-faced truth. You need somebody like my main man Mel, or somebody like King Mike, or somebody, shout out to my main man Mr. Hazel, who gonna tell you the bold-faced truth, what you need to hear. Instead of sitting up here putting on mediocre mid to straight, it's not hidden, bro. It's not. Just because you got great wrestling on the show don't mean nothing. Don't mean a goddamn thing, man. Don't mean nothing. And I didn't even talk about it. I didn't put no tweet out about it. The legend, Iron Sheik, dipped out, 81 years old. He dipped out hating on Hulk Hogan. His final tweet was F Hulk Hogan. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is on that. Gone but never forgotten. I mean, I didn't watch back in the 80s and all that stuff, you know, so I came at the very end of the 80s. So, but I you know, obviously that man made Hulk Hogan because he was the real villain and Hulk Hogan was the baby face that was being pushed by Vince McMahon like crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I really ain't got nothing else to say. I have not watched Raw yet. I have not watched NXT. That's why I ain't said nothing about it. We got Friday, we got SmackDown, we got Rampage. It is what it is on that. That's my honest review, ladies and gentlemen. I did my notes. I took my notes. I said what I had to say. I got my 10-minute rant on at the beginning of this video. That's why this video is so freaking long, but it is what it is, man. Hey, I'll talk to y'all cats later. Hit the comment section up. Y'all tell me if I'm 1,000% correct with what I said about Tony Khan's booking. Hit the freaking comment section up. I'll talk to y'all cats later. Make sure y'all hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all cats later. Holla at your boy.